Our planet is warming. The last decade has been the hottest ever recorded, with 2020 standing out as a year of unprecedented heat around the globe. This warming trend is not a natural fluctuation. It is a clear and alarming signal of a planet in distress. The Earth's climate has always experienced changes, but the current rate of warming is, honestly, just unprecedented in human history. The scientific evidence is overwhelming. Our planet is heating up, and human activities are the primary cause. The burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and industrial agriculture are releasing vast amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, trapping heat and disrupting the Earth's delicate climate balance. This warming trend is not merely a matter of rising temperatures. It is a catalyst for a cascade of interconnected environmental changes with far-reaching consequences for all life on Earth, including our own. We are witnessing the melting of glaciers and ice sheets, rising sea levels, more frequent and intense heat waves, and disruptions to ecosystems worldwide. The urgency to address this crisis cannot be overstated. To understand why the Earth is warming, we need to look at the greenhouse effect. Imagine the Earth's atmosphere as a giant greenhouse, like those used to grow plants even in cold weather. The sun's rays enter the greenhouse, warming the air and the ground inside. Some of this heat is radiated back out, but the glass walls of the greenhouse trap a portion of it, keeping the inside warmer than the outside. In the Earth's atmosphere, certain gases, known as greenhouse gases, act like the glass of the greenhouse. These gases, including carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, allow sunlight to pass through but trap some of the outgoing heat, keeping our planet at a habitable temperature. This natural process is essential for life as we know it. However, human activities, primarily the burning of fossil fuels, coal, oil, and natural gas, are releasing massive amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. This is like adding extra layers of glass to our planetary greenhouse, trapping more heat and causing the Earth's temperature to rise at an unnatural and dangerous rate. The more greenhouse gases we emit, the warmer our planet becomes. The evidence linking human activities to climate change is irrefutable. The burning of fossil fuels for energy, transportation, and industry is the primary source of these emissions. When we burn fossil fuels, we release carbon dioxide, a potent greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere. Deforestation is another major contributor to the problem. Trees play a crucial role in absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through photosynthesis. When forests are cleared for agriculture, logging, or development, this stored carbon is released back into the atmosphere, further exacerbating the greenhouse effect. Industrial agriculture, particularly livestock production, is a significant source of methane emissions. Methane is an even more potent greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide, though it remains in the atmosphere for a shorter period. Our reliance on meat and dairy products is contributing to the warming of our planet. The consequences of our actions are already being felt around the world. 2020, despite a temporary dip in emissions due to the COVID-19 pandemic, was a stark reminder that climate change is not on pause. The planet continues to warm, even when emissions are slightly reduced, highlighting the long-term impact of the greenhouse gases we have already released. So, the year 2020 will be remembered for many reasons, but not least of which is its record-breaking heat. Across the globe, temperatures soared to honestly unprecedented levels, fueling a cascade of extreme weather events that left a trail of devastation in their wake. From the Arctic to the Amazon, the impacts of climate change were just impossible to ignore. Wildfires raged across Australia, California, and the Amazon rainforest, fueled by tinder-dry conditions and made worse by prolonged droughts. These fires, they released vast amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, further feeding the cycle of warming. The images of charred landscapes and displaced wildlife, well, they served as a stark reminder of how interconnected our planet really is and the devastating consequences of our actions. Intense heat waves gripped many parts of the world, pushing temperatures to just unbearable levels. Cities sweltered under heat domes, breaking temperature records and putting massive strain on power grids. The elderly, the very young, and those with underlying health conditions faced increased risks of heat stroke and other heat-related illnesses. And the oceans too, they felt the heat. Marine heat waves bleached coral reefs, disrupting marine ecosystems and threatening the livelihoods of those who depend on them. Rising sea levels, driven by the melting of glaciers and ice sheets, encroached on coastal communities, displacing residents and putting vital infrastructure at risk. The challenges posed by climate change, well, they are immense, but they are not insurmountable. We absolutely have the power to change course, to mitigate the worst impacts of climate change, and to create a more sustainable and equitable future for everyone. But this requires a fundamental shift in our thinking, our values, and yes, our actions. We must transition away from fossil fuels and embrace renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and geothermal. Investing in energy efficiency measures, both in our homes and in industry, is just crucial to reducing our carbon footprint. Protecting and restoring our forests is essential, since trees act as natural carbon sinks, absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Technological innovation will also play a vital role in our fight against climate change. Developing and deploying carbon capture and storage technologies can help remove carbon dioxide from the air. And advances in battery technology, they're key for storing renewable energy and making the shift to electric vehicles. The time for complacency is frankly long gone. We must act now, with urgency and determination, to address this global crisis. The future of our planet and the well-being of generations to come, it really does depend on the choices we make today. Let us rise to the challenge and create a world where both people and nature can thrive.